whatever time of the day it is you happen to be listening, this is the P&A Podcast Express coming to you from the Blue Water in the 469.
6'9".
Hello.
Adam and Phil with you here as always, featuring the Glory Hole Cowboy, Mr. Mikey Smith.
Thank you for having me.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
It is
or
an
whatever
evening,
time of day it is.
or whatever time of day.
We got effed by the time change once again.
Yeah,
I hate
every
it.
year.
I hate it. Why? Why do we have to do it?
It makes no sense, and it's the worst. I've spent all day not knowing up, down, north, south, east, west, time of the day.
It has not made sense since the invention of fire.
They had it back that long ago?
Well, why did they ever have it? I mean, the whole story behind it is
Government has to interfere with everything,
Yeah,
including fucking time.
we're gonna take an hour from you and we're gonna act like we're giving it back.
So on the scale of time, it's actually a rather recent invention. Rather recent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It started in what?
Late 1800s.
I was going to say the 20th century, possibly, maybe late 19th century.
So we're just over 100 years of it.
So here's
Probably
what
about 125
Easy
years.
to kill it off, then you're saying.
here's what I don't understand is it was done for the agricultural industry as a way to give people an extra hour to be able to work, doing
Of
whatever.
daylight.
Yes.
There's no such
But
thing as
you
extra
cannot
daylight.
give extra daylight.
No.
The amount of daylight is the same.
Yep.
So
they
there
get,
is.
They get the same amount of daylight, but it fucks everybody else.
And part of it is to, if you think about it, for people to conserve energy so they don't have to use, artificial lighting as much, because the waking hours that are typical tend to be more toward the daytime hours if you shift the clock for daylight saving time.
Yeah.
But now it's impractical. It makes no sense. It just fucks with everybody twice a year.
And everybody
Yeah.
mentions it too.
And,
Like they're
and they
new.
gotta take an hour of your weekend away. See, my theory is you should fall back on the weekend. You should spring forward
On Monday.
on like a Wednesday.
No, I'd say Monday, because fuck Monday. Give me 1 hour less of a Monday. I'm
That's
happy.
true. That's true.
Fuck the Mondays.
Any hour less, and it should be at like noon on a weekday
Right.
where you got to work an hour less.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what? If I ever run for religious office, if I ever run for political office,
My vote.
I definitely will be running for religious office. But if I run for a political office, that's going to be my platform.
There you go.
I will give you an hour extra. I will take away an hour of work on a Monday.
Yep. Give
That's
extra
why
two
I'm
on a
starting.
Saturday.
I'm starting my Phil for Priest campaign.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Epic fail.
No, I was just going to say, touch enough little boys and you'll get what do you want to.
I don't like that. So.
No, you won't.
Touch one little boy, everybody calls you a priest.
I know.
Why?
Why, oh, why?
That's probably one of my favorite Bill Burr bits. He went off on the Catholic Church about the whole thing, as well he should. It's a great comedy bit. And somebody was interviewing him one time, and they started out the interview with, "Oh, well, first of all, you're facing a little bit of heat and backlash." He said, "Do you think you went a little too far about the Catholic Church?" And his response was perfect. "No, don't you think the Catholic Church went a little bit too far?"
There you go. Facts.
Maybe, yeah.
Right? And I'm like, that is beautiful. That's peak comedy right there.
That whole thing never made sense about priests having to be, not married and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
Well, it made sense because it was a money grab. I think we've talked about this on the podcast before.
Probably.
How they didn't want anyone in the priesthood to have, and it was supposed to be the firstborn son was to become a priest, and then he was not allowed to have children. And oh my God.
There you go.
What did
Thank
the firstborn son used to
you. And a
get?
Sprite, please.
Used to get all of the family's land and inheritance. Well, if that priest doesn't have any children, where does that land go to? It's donated to the church. At one point, the Catholic Church was the largest owner of land in Europe.
yeah.
Yum.
Yeah. Well, but you would think that they would want them to procreate and make more Catholics. But I guess
I think they put the rules for birth control on that so they ensure that everybody else makes up for it.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. Taco fries are a new thing.
There you go. Taco fries. We got queso, nacho meat, and a fry. Go ahead and have some with it for sure.
When you come here and order these, tell them that the podcast told you to order them.
Thanks, Junior, on camera.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
taco
Those are
fries.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Adam, I'll bring the tray over for you so you can try it as well.
All right.
Those are so good.
Neato, huh?
They
They're hotter
look
than
they look pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
Well.
Yeah, this is the brainchild when we were recording the first inaugural episode of Fantasy Wizard Sports, which go check it out, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So I was at a restaurant today that we discussed, I think, last week about their, and I won't name them because they're good people, but just bad execution. Oh, so my, you'll guess where it's at if you pay attention to the podcast at all, or you've been there. You'll get this. But I ordered a soggy Mexican dish. And
I have the same fucking complaint, and I want it done extra.
No.
It should come out the cheese brown on the top, and the sauce should be bubbling on the side.
that is not even my complaint.
Okay.
Time.
Wow. A fresh complaint?
We
All
got
right.
there. We got
A
there
fresh gripe.
at 1:54 p.m. They came over immediately. It was me and my brothers and sisters, or my brothers and sister, and my their significant others, and so we're at a big table. 8-9 people. No, my one nephew came. My sister's not polyamorous, but we. I just figured.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah, I knew if I said 9 people were going to do the math, and it was going to be weird.
You're going to have people taking off their socks to count.
Exactly. Some have to, anyways.
Right.
But we sat there. They came over. They almost immediately took our order. My sister got there about 10 after 1. They took her order last. She had to write it down on a piece. She tore off a piece of the
placemat?
the placemat and wrote it down and took it up there because they hadn't come over and taken her order, and she didn't want us to get our food like a half hour ahead of them.
Right.
An hour later, they got their food first.
Ooh. An hour later.
An hour later. And then about 10 to 15 minutes after they got their food, the rest of our food came out. It was 2:30 before I got my food.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Slow.
Oh,
like frittata slow.
extremely slow. And you would think that they could. And at my request, I said I would like it a little over. I did the fill test. I would like it a little overdone.
Yeah.
Instead,
I think they took that as please put almost no cheese on it and make it cold in the middle.
So here's the thing. This is in my notes, literally, Mikey,
All right.
right there.
Uh-oh.
Isn't it in my notes right there?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can I get my glasses?
Yeah.
I get my glasses? Okay.
Because this is definitely something I wanted to talk about on the podcast, isn't it? It's in my notes right there.
Yes. Wet burritos.
So
go.
I did the same. I ordered it. I'm like, please have it well done. Because the last 3, when it came out, like right away, I could cut it in half and stick my finger in the middle of it. And you should never be able to do that in a burrito because it's cold, Then it came out, the cheese was still, just that tinge of when it's just starting to melt. And in my brain, maybe it's the Mandela effect. How they're so good. In my brain, back in the day, the wet burritos were always served. The cheese was brown on the top, and the sauce on the sides, the wet in the moat, was bubbling. It was that hot.
For sure.
You had stuff when you got done, all that crispy stuff you could scrape up on the
Yeah.
edges. Not like that anymore.
And now I ask for them, and I tell them all the time. So I've had this debate with Silent N because I've talked about this ad nauseum because it pisses me off because I want my food done, especially now with the way everyone charges the prices, and I get it. I'm not bitching about prices, but I want it done the way I want it done if you're going to charge me a lot more money. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Like, and we don't know if it's the disconnect is the waitress is not punching it in correctly or the kitchen staff just doesn't give a shit. But I'm half inclined to talk to the owner of this establishment because I know her very well and give her my honest opinion. Be like, and I tell them right away, I'm not in a hurry because if I'm sitting down for dinner, probably 9 times out of 10, I'm not in a hurry. I would rather have my food the way I want it, and I will wait an extra 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Well, I actually thought about that. I'm like, we're not in a hurry. We're probably going to be here 2 hours because we hadn't gotten together in a while and, just shooting the shit. So that's why I'm like, yeah, please, make it a little well done. and cook it a little extra long. Nope. And barely any cheese on top.
So my two things, anything like that, wet burritos, I want well done. Pizzas too. I get undercooked pizzas.
I like
all
how you
the
put
time.
that bubbling in the moat.
Yeah,
Bubbling in the moat. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a very good way to put that.
Like,
But they did something. They changed their enchilada sauce.
you
that they
really
put
should
on
have
it.
you really should have to wait. Once that fucking burrito's set on your table, you should have to wait anywhere between 3 to 8 minutes before you can even touch it. It should
so
come out
hot?
hotter than the sun.
Well, I love eating this at hot, boiling hot stuff. Just a
Yeah.
hot bite. I love that first hot bite. First 2, 3, 4. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I can't wait 5 minutes, 8 minutes. I got to get it
So-
and burn my mouth for deliciousness.
So that happened last week, and it's still big on my brain. As a matter of fact, I woke up one morning, and that's the first thing I texted Silent N about. She's like, "Yep, you've been thinking about this a lot, haven't you?" Because I want my food the way I want my goddamn food. We went to another establishment, and I've never had a problem with this place at all. And I tell them, if I'm going to get fries with my burger, like, can I get them extra crispy? I don't know what the fuck the ass clown was that was working back in the kitchen. They came out underdone. Like, they were floppy, like not even done the regular
Oh, I
amount they
hate
normally
that.
are. And I said, motherfucker, I wanted these extra crispy. I never say anything. This is going to change because I'm tired of it. I've never sent food back. I've never said anything, but now I'm going to because I want my goddamn food the way I want it, the way I order it,
Well,
For sure.
It seems to me like we're paying a premium for food now. I mean,
Yes.
You better be
I-
right and good.
we wanted to get some
Need more queso
some of the
for
egg
that.
rolls there. The Reuben egg rolls.
Yeah.
And we were going to take them home to Anthony. But A, I didn't want to wait another hour for my freaking food. And B, those things are up to like $9
Yeah.
now. And it's 2 egg rolls cut in half.
Slow, expensive service
Yeah.
and food. Because it ain't
Well,
always
for-
waitress' fault.
For Mary and I to eat, it was, eat, and we each had 2 Diet Pepsis, which they serve Pepsi in 12-ounce cans, which pisses me off. When places charge $2
Yep.
for a 12-ounce can of pop when you have fountain pop there. It's like, pour me a goddamn fountain pop.
You're right.
And I should have said something, and I haven't been up there in probably a year, and I should have said, I'll just take diet whatever you have on fountain, and because a 12-ounce can doesn't go very far when you're having dinner.
It does not at all, especially when you have kids.
So,
Just saying.
So-
yeah, for sure.
So one of my big, since we're grinding gears, yes.
I do have one come up too. When you're
ordering
done.
your food and not getting it the way you ordered it, and like undercook. Everybody undercooks everything. We're not in a hurry.
Yeah, I was saying, just to rush it out. Hi guys, have a good night.
Just to get it out, just to rush it out. And the other one is this ridiculous thing of charging a fee to use a goddamn fucking credit card or debit card now.
So do you want to know the secret behind that?
yeah.
So, it is not the restaurants that did that. It is the
Okay.
credit card processing companies. And what they did, they used to charge a restaurant 2.5%.
Okay.
And well, anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5%, depending on their volume.
Okay.
So they started to raise that rate on restaurants, and they simply put up a sign, hey, we want to go cash, discounts for cash, whatever.
Right.
So the credit card companies came in and said, hey, look, we're not going to charge you at all anymore. So they used to have a monthly fee
Yeah.
that they charge to process. Now they come in and they go, we're not going to charge you anything. We're just going to add 4% to the bill. So what that did was it effectively let them raise the rate, but it lowers the cost of the establishment. So they're not going to argue it. And it raises the rate and puts it on everybody because every restaurant now is starting to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to.
I was just going to say it's like universal across the board now, but that is, I actually worked with a restaurant that was switching their point of sale stuff, and they said, yeah, when we switch all this, we're going to a new credit card provider, and they automatically add that 4%.
Well, I can see that now for sure.
So I guess my gripe is with credit card companies then. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really not. It's not your local restaurant that is doing that. So,
But
friend
the
of mine,
thing is they're pushing us, and they always say they want us to go to a cashless society. That
Right.
seems to
Right.
thwart that a lot to me. Like, I get irritated. Like, I know if I'm going to go to said place with wet burritos, not only am I going to be irritated about how I get my goddamn food, but I'm going to be irritated about this fee. So now I know to grab cash before I go in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do that a lot now. Like I brought cash for tonight just because I get tired of using the card all the time.
Go. I got charged last night. The event I went to, $2 on the sale, on the transaction.
Yeah.
Extra bucks. There you go.
Well, you know.
Okay, they're getting rich. The rich bastard credit card companies are getting their money.
Oh, they get money hand over fist. What people don't realize is how much money is made. On the average credit card transaction, do you know that 11 companies make money on that swipe?
Wow. Really?
Yep. Wow. So because you have Visa and MasterCard that make money on that swipe. Visa and MasterCard aren't really a credit card company. They offer no credit. They only do the processing.
Okay.
So they make millions of dollars every year on that. So on the average credit card swipe, you have 11 places. You have a bank that makes it somewhere along the line. You have an issuer. You have several processing companies that are what are called interchanges that actually like route all of this information. So when you swipe that, the company that has the machine there makes money. They send it off to an interchange. That interchange makes money. Sometimes it's only a few tenths of a cent. But when you do that millions of times an hour,
making bank
across the country, you make so much fucking money to do nothing.
Yeah.
There is more money in shuffling money than any other industry. Any other industry. And I challenge you, go to any town other than Detroit, and I would say that you could even kind of count the Renaissance Center in this, but go to Toledo, go to Cincinnati, go to Chicago. The biggest buildings are owned by banks.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and they do nothing.
When I lived in Philadelphia, the Wild West of credit card and banking is Delaware because of the laws. Mm-hmm. Downtown in Wilmington, Delaware, every single building is a bank or a credit company.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous.
Scammers.
The amount of money that they're allowed to make off of doing nothing.
Well, that's just like debt collections, too. A lot of debt collectors. And this is your pro tip of the day. If you ever get sent to collections, you can barter with them because they bought your debt at a severely discounted rate.
Oh,
so don't give them the face value of what you owe.
Right.
They purchased your debt from your debtor, and they're looking to make it whole. But for them, they paid pennies on the dollar of what you're, say you owe $5,000, offer them $1,000. A lot of times they'll be like, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Pro tip of the day.
Yeah. True.
So when I used to work for a bank, they literally do print their own money. That bank started with $54 million in 2001. In 2009, they crossed the $1 billion mark.
Damn.
From $54 million to $1 billion.
Yeah.
In 9 years.
So those
nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, the debt thing, like I just said, always offer something. Always answer the phone. Don't try to duck them and just make them an offer. The worst they can say is no. The same thing if you're ever in any legal trouble. Don't run. Don't try to hide. If you owe a fine or anything, they'll work with you. Shit, I know people that went on a payment plan that owed $1,000 in fines to the court. They let them pay like $3 a fucking week or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So don't ruin your life over some petty shit like that. They'll work with you. They want their goddamn money. And you know what? They don't care if it takes them 3 years to get it.
So many, many years ago, I was in Caseville on a jet ski, and I was talking to some people. The jet ski was off, and I floated into like the buoyed area, and I didn't even notice it. And so, of course, to get out of there, and I mean, I'm in it by like 15 feet, not very far, and I was not around anybody, but I was talking to some other people on jet skis, and I just kind of floated into that area. So I started the jet ski and just kind of pushed myself out. Didn't rev it, didn't wake, nothing like that. And there happened to be a sheriff's boat sitting over, and they called me over. Well, I'm on a jet ski. I don't have my license on me, And so I didn't really think anything of it. They apparently wrote me a $5 ticket. And about 6-7 years after that, it was just before I got married. I was going out sucker spearing with a couple buddies, and we got pulled over, and I was driving, And I knew the cop real well, and he's like, "You have a warrant out for your arrest out of Huron County." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Criminal.
And so he's like, "Yeah, you're going to have to come up and, I got to arrest you. But he's like, just follow me up to the county sheriff's department. We'll take care of this." So we pull up there. I go in. I've got to get fingerprinted and a mugshot taken.
Nice.
And then they're like, I'm like, "So what do I need to do?" They're like, "Well, you can just pay the fine and get out of here." I'm like, "Okay, what is it?" It was $7.75 with the all the interest in it incurred. So
Less than a pack of cigarettes.
they took an hour of my time and an hour of payroll for the sheriff's department to book me for $7.75.
Seems worthwhile.
Fucking
So
waste.
they had never sent me anything because they didn't have my correct address. They sent it somewhere, but apparently, I gave them my name and I gave them my address and everything, but apparently they had the wrong address on file the whole time, so they never actually sent me anything, but that was still on. It shows you how often I get pulled over because it was like 7 years after it happened.
Right.
Right, yeah. There you
And
go.
they're like, "You're a criminal."
Criminal. So I got a gear grind for you tonight. It's actually a gear grind from a fan of the show and once in a while guest appearance.
All right.
My wonderful wife, Emily. She would like whoever does the editing for the Fantasy Wizard show to spell my name right.
Did I do it wrong?
Merlyn.
Oh, well, I didn't know it was a girl's name.
Well, I mean, I did pick the name, so yeah, there you go. By like Bobby Sue was really a dude.
But see, I went by actual Merlin the Wizard is
Yes.
Merlin.
Yes. Yeah. I was named after my grandpa, not the wizard, but it just happened to
Oh,
happen.
And what is the correct spelling?
Merlyn. So Michael Merlin the Wizard Smith. Yeah, there you go. Just for Emily. You're welcome, Emily.
So, yeah, like I say, I didn't realize that it was feminine. So I'll
It's fine.
I'll make
You're
that
good.
correction.
You're good. I appreciate your hard work. I appreciate it for sure.
Lynn, Lyn.
Saving it for the show. Is that all right? Is that
Oh,
cool?
absolutely.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, at first I'm like, whoa, how did I spell Smith wrong?
Right. How?
I was wondering the same damn thing.
SMYTH.
Mike, did he spell it MIC or something?
MICEAL. No, AEL. Who knows?
Something like that.
There you go. Yes, Michael Merlin, the Wizard Smith. She's that's what she gave to me way back in our early dating days. Her little pet nickname for me, non-sexual.
It wasn't. Oh, I was just going to say it wasn't after a trip to Denny's, was it?
Nah, not the Denny's trip.
Is that from making it disappear?
It is.
Hi,
made it
penis,
disappear.
hi, penis.
Bye, penis.
Exactly. There you go. Bring that back. Good call back.
When you're looking in the mirror, pulling the Captain Morgan.
Speaking of Denny's, that's a move now. You're gonna christen that name. You pulled the old Denny's, going Denny's.
Took her to Denny's.
And that doesn't mean so much the back road. That means the emphasis of the back road.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the one you drive on, the one that you pound on.
Yeah, the Dirty Grand Slam.
So how I picture it?
Yeah.
Someday we're going to do a commercial and it's going to be a spoof on He Went to Jared. You're like, he went to Denny's.
He went to Denny's. She got a bleeding asshole.
Right. Exactly. Ooh.
So I wanna throw
I
it
know
out
he
there.
really loves me because he went to Denny's.
Yes, he does. I know she really loves me because she took it ATM style.
Oh, that doesn't stand for automatic 20 machine, kids.
No. Nope. Oh, boy.
The old ATM.
Yummy.
I haven't heard that for a hot minute.
No money, just dirty blowjobs.
It's her prerogative, I guess.
Yep.
Whenever you see that move in the industry when you're watching films, they always say, "Oh, it tastes so good," and you're like, "How can that possibly be?"
Must have like
Yeah.
some flavored lotion or something on there.
Right.
Flavored whatever.
When they make a withdrawal and go to the old ATM, there, oh, it tastes so good.
You like to think that through the magic of video editing, that there's like a cleanup session in the middle.
Something. Some baby wipes sitting there beside them.
Yeah.
There's not.
There's not.
No.
When that's the ATM, it's legit.
Well, I mean, I'll finish my food and explain this a little bit.
Yeah, while you're eating, just
There we go. So, I mean, for them to do this kind of stuff, on film, for everybody to see, they're a different kind of level than we can even imagine.
Oh,
that is true.
It's true. One of my friends, when I was in Seattle, one of his good friends is a porn actress, and she was fairly well known. I mean, mid-level. Her name's out there. She's got, a couple hundred scenes. She was not shy about anything because after you do that, you're not,
Thank you.
you're not
That was
apprehensive about anything.
one, that was get out of the way of the camera, and two, pretzel dicks, please, with queso.
I'll take some. I'll have some fries.
Extra queso.
I'm good right now. I'm nibbling on his.
Thank you. We
So-
need to break up your porn star story.
When
No, it's fine.
I went to college, there was a girl that would always go to the VU for amateur night, and she would always
Nice.
beg all of us to come and watch,
Literally.
and vote,
I mean, come,
vote
literally.
for her.
Huh.
And I mean, she was always going to win because she was a smoke show. But
Was this a college friend or a local friend that went to college?
college friend.
Okay.
Oddly enough, she was actually from Huron County.
Oh,
but,
no shit.
But she was very, very attractive, and she would always tell us, "Hey, I'm they had a Wednesday night amateur night
Yep.
and contest over there," and she'd be like, "I'm dancing tonight. Everybody come up." I mean, she'd win like $500, so she'd go up there a lot.
No
And
shit.
a buddy of mine that dated her was like, "Yeah, she's gonna end up in the industry because she always wants to film it. She always wants to do it in public.
Right.
Oh yeah, she was never shy at like parties
Crazy.
and stuff about just getting. Well,
But the thing about this porn actress too, another point was she didn't care what you looked like, who you were, or anything. If you wanted to do it, she's like, "Yeah, okay."
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something.
Well,
It's different.
And
It's
she
totally
wanted
different
to do
than
it all the time too. Yeah.
They're another different level.
one of my buddies that always had a ton of pot, we were having a party at his place one night, and he offered her and another girl I don't know, a bag, probably a half ounce of weed.
Skunk
if they
pitch weed?
If they'd no, he always had good stuff, but if they'd just clear off the
Double up on.
There you go.
Nice scissor. A little.
Make some room in
clear
here.
clear off the coffee table and just
some
go at
crabs.
it in front of everybody, and they had no problems, none whatsoever.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we used
Crazy.
to call them buzz whores.
Buzz whores.
Yeah.
Huh. We had one of those.
We did. I was just
did.
thinking about her actually.
So was I at the same time.
One of them is the one that the guy with the nitrous tank at our party. She comes up to him. He was selling like a garbage bag of nitrous for $5.
That's a good value.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
And actually, the big balloons he had were a better value because it compressed it. So there's actually more in that. But people are stupid, so he'd sell a garbage bag for
Still a good
$5.
value.
Oh yeah.
But you're right. If it's compressed in a balloon, it's going to be more volume.
So she comes up to him and she goes, because he was sitting on our stairs and he was also the guy that had to keep people from going upstairs. And she comes up to him and she goes, "I will take you upstairs and do anything you want for one of those garbage bags." And he just sits there for a minute and I mean, the coldest thing ever. And I'm standing right next to him when he's like, "I really need the $5."
Ouch.
Yeah. She was crushed. She was crushed.
Yeah, need cash. There's always a piece of poon somewhere along the lines, right?
Right.
I guess it goes along the same with my story I've told before, I'm sure, on here about down in Knoxville, Tennessee, when we met up with a couple local girls, and she said that she would blow me in the bathroom if I bought her a salad. She needed her greens that day. She got her
Jeez.
greens and
you
white.
did. Of course, you took her up on it, right?
Oh, yeah, we went straight to the bathroom. She blew me, and we went out there, and I ordered a salad.
Just a side salad,
Nice.
That's all she wanted. I would have got whatever she wanted. But
though. You could order prime rib, huh?
her idea, not mine.
Mike was like, "I'll get you prime rib."
Prime rib, yeah. The Waffle House bathroom, so you'll take it
Well,
there.
and she probably was like, "Yeah, I don't really like salad."
No, she ate the shit out of it, man. Full belly. Again.
Was the blowjob good? Yeah. Was it a good blowjob?
Hell yeah, it was. I blew it right away. And it was exciting because I was in the bathroom doing it in the middle
Right.
of daylight. This ain't no 3 o'clock in the morning bullshit. This is the middle of the daytime.
All the people in the Waffle House are like, not again.
again. Yep.
The squirrels are back.
That girl eats so much salad.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I didn't even think of that way.
That's your fourth salad today.
I had 4 salad a day.
That's her fourth salad of the day.
Oh, man. Where did these girls ever go?
Where did these girls ever go?
I don't know. Her friend ended up banging my friend for like $100 cash donation.
Oh, well, there you go.
He ended up losing the rubber inside her.
Oh.
Definitely told the story on this one.
Yeah, I believe I remember.
Okay,
that.
remember that one? Yeah, these girls, just wild girls. Well, what are they going to do? What would they do? Same for a guy, I guess. What is he going to do for that? You know, in my case, like, what am I going to do if this girl wants to blow me?
Well,
a
yeah.
salad.
For
Okay.
a salad?
You know, isn't it crazy
Absolutely.
how these questions present themselves only when you're in your youth primarily?
No doubt.
I guess there was free bacon in my past 4 or 5 years ago, but
You're lucky.
Right?
Well, now in this case, for me, if this stuff presented itself, I'd get divorced or problems or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
good to happen in my younger days when I didn't have the wife and kids.
knowing Michael, you'd have another kid on the way.
All right. Not if I'm dropping it in her mouth. Ain't got no mouth babies in this fucking species.
He went to Denny's.
He went to Waffle.
So free bacon and Waffle House.
Yes.
And then Denny's. All right. We've got we're building quite a lexicon here of things.
Food for sexual.
Right?
Oh, man. Anal, oral, vaginal, whatever, bro.
I was pretty naive when I went over to college, and I'm playing in a band, and this we were playing at this huge party at this place, and we were set up. They had like a big deck out back. We were set up on the deck, and we get done playing, and this girl comes up, and she's talking to me, and she's just like, "Hey, you want to get out of here for a little while?" And I'm like, I got a bunch of stuff I got to pack up. And the other guitar player comes up to me. He's like, "Dude, that was impressive." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I can't believe you just turned her down." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
She only wanted 10 to 15 minutes of your time.
Yeah.
And then, she didn't even ask for a salad. But
Yeah. No shit.
but yeah,
Freebie.
after that I caught on a little more. I'm like, oh, okay, that's
Naive youth.
that's what.
You know how many times I've done that?
Hell.
I have this weird thing
I've seen you do it.
where I have no idea when women are flirting with me. And you guys know this too.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
dude,
I have no idea when women are flirting with me. Have you
Yeah.
seen it in action? You've seen it in action.
Oh,
And
pathetic.
I am just
love
as
it,
naive.
though.
I
I
am
love
just
it.
as naive though. I
Because I'm always like of the ilk of what woman would possibly want me. So
yeah.
yeah.
I've had some pretty, not to keep shooting story over story, but I've had some pretty bold come-ons like that. Like to the girl, hey, I'll blow you for a salad.
I really screwed up on Halloween that one year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, what was the other? Oh, I had a girl in school. She came right up to me in the middle of the hallway and said, "I heard you want to bang me." I'm like, yeah, let's go do it. Like shit like that,
Let's
right?
go. It wasn't my cousin, was it?
No, not your cousin this time.
Well, thank
Not your
God.
cousin this time.
I've had enough of that.
I know, right? This one does not end with inside your cousin. Today in Inside Your Cousin.
Oh God.
Good. That was a pretty hot piece, though, man. You should have banged her.
My cousin?
I'm just kidding.
What the shit, man?
That was a joke.
Oh,
joke,
yeah.
Joke.
That's great though.
Oh, God.
Should have banged her. It was good.
The point of being, I guess I couldn't been naive with the way I was approached on a lot of times.
Right.
Yeah, that's a way to put it correctly, I guess, to sound like I'm not a frittata. Brought to you by P&A Podcast Express.
Well, I suppose if we all took up on every time that we were approached like that, it would we'd all probably have way more kids, and
There you go.
yeah, it could be bad.
I've even had it where I've even been with a woman in my own bed and had her just be like, "Are you gonna fuck me or what?"
And you did, or you just
Oh, I did.
Okay, did have that.
Well, I
fun
had to
time.
learn a lesson, and it took me. Well, it's since we started the podcast, so it couldn't have been more than I was probably in my 40s when I learned if a woman hops into your bed naked,
wants
she's
to do
ready
it.
to fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I did not know that.
Slow learner. That's all right, man. That's all right.
Well, I respect women.
And I don't, I guess.
No, I'm not saying that.
No.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not the message.
I mean, obviously
Yeah.
you do. You bought her the salad.
I did.
And you
Right.
said you'd have bought her any salad.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
start
so
with my
that's
to
company.
not respect
Chivalry.
her would have been getting said blowjob, then walking out the door and be like, "Buy your own salad, bitch."
Yes. Okay.
yeah, or like choose your salad out the dollar menu.
Yeah, the cheapest ones.
Yeah.
House salad only for you, not Caesar.
Or just reach in your backpack and throw her a head of lettuce and be like, "Make your own, bitch."
Come
Yeah.
there and grab some weeds outside.
Yeah.
There you go, you whore. Whores.
Whores.
I like whores. But yeah, it took me
Oh,
that
boy.
long to learn that. And I probably missed out on at least a half a dozen opportunities.
It's all right. You missed out on a STD
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
a possible kid out of nowhere or
Because,
an abortion on
like I
a
said,
kid.
that move where she hopped in bed with no clothes on happened with about a half a dozen different women, and I didn't take advantage of it. And then one of them finally said, "You realize that if they
You're
take
like,
their clothes off and
"What?
hop in your bed."
What are you talking
Really?
about?
Really?
I mean, it's worked the 3 or 4 times since, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's all right, man. That's a good thing. I respect
Right.
that. I respect that. I always said that, yeah.
You know, and I always wondered why it was so awkward in the morning when I was laying there with my boxers on and they're naked still and they're kind of like
Diddling
won't
themselves.
won't look me in the eyes. Yeah,
They're like,
Why do you seem so frustrated?
yeah, yeah. What's going on with you? You seem a little frustrated this morning.
I slept great.
How do you like your eggs?
Jesus. That's awesome. That's disappointment.
I'm the asshole in this story. I'm
Yeah.
pretty confident in that.
Most stories, yeah.
And of those half a dozen, probably 4 of them never came back. 2 of them did.
You
End
got
up
redemption
sealing-
then.
Yeah.
Redemption, okay. Not a couple got away.
One of them was hot, dude.
Oh, man. Tell me about it.
Well, you see, I have this weird thing where when very attractive women are like that or when they show interest in me, I can never believe that they actually like me.
Right.
So I did have one that I knew she was throwing herself at me. I knew that she was like she'd thrown herself at many of my friends before. And then like probably 10 years later, I seen her and you know, it's just like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" "Oh, doing well." And you know, just sitting around talking with a bunch of people and she's like, "You know, I threw myself at you one night." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know."
Yeah, I'm
And
aware.
the look of pure disappointment on her face was pretty fantastic.
Look at you, champ.
So that was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, I do.
Oh, it turned you off that she did that to one of your buddies as well?
Well, it's just the fact that, yeah, like she'd just been around too much.
I'm not going to be third in line that night.
It would have, yeah, it would have.
Third's a lot. I mean, I've been second in line,
Well,
and that's bad
You know,
enough.
here's the thing. Another missed opportunity, and I didn't find this out till years later. Happened with one of our friends with old Mikey over here.
Oh, tell me more.
I dropped the 2 of them, hit Mikey and this chick off. Well, didn't drop them off, but they started going at it on the beach. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll go figure out something. I went and got him cheese hot dogs because I'm like, he's going to be famished. I'm going to get him
Yes.
some cheese hot dogs.
Yeah, real
Years later,
savior.
I was talking to her. She's like, you could have joined us.
Yeah, right? Hey, let's try this.
I really big missed opportunity
For
because
sure. Mine too, my part, because I was there.
yeah, that would have been a huge story.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Eskimo brothers at the same time.
Right. So she's like, so that night, she's like, I tried to like hint, like you could have joined in. And I'm like, and then I was so, I mean, now,
She would have
sure.
been more obvious, and I would have picked it up. I'd been
Right.
like, hell yeah, let's go.
Like
Choo,
now
choo.
I'd have no problem with that. But back then I was so nervous and shy that I probably wouldn't have done it. But
Yeah.
Right.
but it's just flattering to know. But it would have been one hell of a story had I been, you know,
For sure.
Yeah.
caught on and
In fully honesty, too, I mean, as much as I was promiscuous back in the day, if that would have come up at that point, I probably would have been a bit shy as well. I've been
Yeah.
like, holy shit. Get away that big hog, or I'm going to get fucking punched in the asshole.
so
Mike
anyway.
wins.
So anyway, yeah, she told me years later. She's like, I was trying to hint that you could have joined us, and
She
I'm
could have
like,
said it out, just vocally said, I may blow both of you guys at the same time.
and that's what I said. I'm like, you could have just like, you know, you got to communicate. Communication's key is what I told her.
To success. Communication's key to success.
But what that would have been one hell of a story if we
Oh,
would
my
have
God.
Golden Gate Bridged a chick on the beach.
37. My
yeah.
girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
What's that
in a
called? That's
row?
called a scurvy pirate, right?
Yeah.
Scurvy pirate or a screaming seagull on the beach. That's what it is, screaming seagull. All right.
So I really, you know, that's one of the big missed opportunities in my life. So
You know,
actually, I got my first blowjob from her too.
What if we get to go do it again? What if it all happens again?
You know, that's the thing, and there's no.
For
I
real.
have no regrets in life, but there's definitely a lot of things I would have done differently. And
Maybe
now
that's-
that I know,
maybe
if I
that's
could,
why there is no regrets or not much
Yeah.
regrets because we do it all over again.
yeah, like now I know instead of going to get you cheese hot dogs, we could have had a three-way and we could have went and got cheese hot dogs together.
Exactly. Finished and then got dogs. We've been in the cheesy hot dogs.
Right?
Hell yeah. We never know, man. Next time around.
you know, honestly, you could have made her go get you cheesy hot dogs.
After that, she
Yeah.
would have been walking funny. She couldn't have done
You guys
nothing.
are still here. Remember, it's not a gay if it's in a three-way.
Yeah.
The two of them, oh, that's so good right there, baby. You guys are still here. She's sitting at this. They're both still in bed, the two dudes, and she's in the doorway eating a bowl of cereal. She
Those
comes
are
back
so
with cheese
good.
hot dogs. You guys are still doing it?
Oh, those are so good.
So yeah, what a missed opportunity. Imagine if we would have had that story in our
I know. We could just do a podcast just around that.
just breaking down that three-way on the beach that night at 4 Mile Park.
Yeah.
No shit. Wild times. Because I have walked in on a friend and his girlfriend, and it did not end well for her.
Oh, you hopped in and showed your dominance?
I was told to. Tyler. And then she was told to blow me. And she did. And then he finished. Then he said, "Go ahead, your turn. I'm done. I'm out of here."
I'm out.
And then she proceeded to say, "You're a lot bigger than he is. Slow down."
Slow down. Slow down there, big guy.
Jackhammering. Of course. Of course. What do you expect?
You're a lot bigger than he is. You know, that's one of the weirdest things I've ever had somebody say to me. Well, woman.
Yeah.
I clarify it's a woman.
Yeah, thank you.
So mid sexual throw, she's like, "Oh my god, this is so good." She's like, "You got to be at least an inch to an inch and a half longer than insert friend's name that she had already banged." And I'm like,
Nice.
"That's a little weird."
Thanks.
Yeah. Glad I got that extra inch to inch and a half on him.
It
but
matters, though,
Thank you.
dude. It matters.
Can I get a furk?
a furk.
A furk?
Furky, please?
But it threw me off. It threw
the
off my
furk?
game
He might have put more stuff on this than you did yours. Thank you.
Nice.
because I was in the middle of everything, and then she's like, Then she said, "Oh, you're an inch and a half longer than." I'm like,
It's a
"Huh?"
lot, man. It's a lot, actually.
Yeah.
It is.
And I thought
Aren't
to
you
myself,
glad she didn't go metric though and be like, "You're 15 centimeters longer"?
you can call it for what it is. I doubled up him.
You glad you didn't say, she didn't say you're an inch or two smaller than he is?
Yeah, well,
There you go.
of all the ways that could have gone, that's the one I would have chose.
Right.
You know, it's the best comeback would have been, "Yeah, you don't even really have me hard."
Yes.
She was a tramp, but it was during COVID times, and well,
Nice.
we were out and about and took her for a drive, and next thing I know, she was naked over there, and I knew what that meant.
By that time,
Yeah,
Yeah, you had figured it out.
I had figured it out.
41 years later.
Right? And so the place we went to, the other guy, it was his house, and he had a woman with him too, and they were going at it. So I took the guest bedroom and he went to his. And yeah, it was a unique night.
Oh, shit.
And I got
Nights.
beat down by a lot of I've had at least 4 or 5 people like, "I can't believe you had sex with her." I'm like, "I don't know, I enjoyed it."
Everybody else did, so what's the difference?
Yeah, and they're like, "She slept with so many dudes." I'm like, "I don't care. That was of no concern to me."
Right. So what is it? I'm just number whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
I had a good
Equal
time.
opportunity, sluts. Equal opportunity. Whores. Equal opportunity.
It was awkward because I know her dad pretty well. And when she said, "Please don't tell my dad," they're in the middle of it too after the comment about the size.
Right.
It threw my whole everything off.
Yeah, but to be fair, you've had someone say, "Don't tell my grandkids."
Yeah, right.
So
It's true. It's true. I have.
you're pretty used to that. Don't tell my.
Yeah, it's like,
Offspring.
why in the middle of sexual relations do females need to tell me who I shouldn't tell about this?
Right.
Like, do you think I'm just going to go tell everybody? Like,
Nope, not today.
Are you going to make a shirt up with their name on it?
Yeah.
Or?
I banged her. And wear it to your family Thanksgiving.
I bang stupid.
Yeah, I banged stupid.
Wear that on a Disney trip.
We should have that. We should have that as a podcast T-shirt anyway.
Yes.
I banged stupid.
Merch.
Yeah.
Merch.
That's funny.
We do have a store out there that we need to push more.
Right.
Yes, we do.
There's some good stuff on there.
Hell yeah. I'm sharing my cheese or my pretzel dicks with you, just so you know.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
and-
Adam's fries came out. His taco fries came out, and those things were like, whoa, loaded.
I said extra queso, so hopefully they listened.
You know, mine does not have extra queso. It's a lot of taco meat, though.
I know. That's what I said. Fucking extra queso.
Where's the beef?
Well, like, you notice the beef doesn't stick real well to the fry. You got to balance it.
Yep.
You do got to balance the beef.
I struggled. I lost one on the pants. Man, delicious, so delicious.
Jesus Christ. So, yeah, there's that, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Hell yeah. I got high as balls before I came.
Nice.
Before I jerked off in the shower.
Nice.
Was I not supposed to say that on the podcast? Or was I supposed to clean it up?
No, you're fine.
That was good? On par?
Yeah. That's on brand.
Okay.
You know, seeing as how we've already covered ATM and
Yeah, right?
the missed three-way opportunity.
Oh, man. Or the not missed three-way opportunity on my part.
It really,
That is true.
really
True.
bummed me out. So, she actually was saying that she's like, I was kind of hinting toward it. And then she's like, I figured Mikey would invite you. I'm like,
I got an idea. I'll
What's
get a
that?
divorce, and we can go out and do that now. Go fucking wrap down threesomes the rest of our lives.
you know,
dude.
I'm so
sweet.
happy that you would do that for me.
I would.
Yeah.
I would. Just pretty much as soon as my kids, like, just want nothing to do with me, that's game on. How about that? And that's probably pretty soon, I'm guessing.
Oh, as soon as they're like 11.
They're 11, because I'll be super old, and we hate old people, so I'm going to hate myself as being old. There we go,
You're gonna-
man. Threesome
You're going to
soon.
sit out on your porch
Right?
and be like, get off my lawn. They're going to be like, Dad, fuck off.
Good call. Yeah, start lining them up, man.
What a missed opportunity there, though.
Can't wait for
'Cause
September.
that would have just been such a story, man.
Yeah, would have. That'd have been wild. 'Cause she was nice. I mean,
I always, it's so funny because this is how dumb you are as a teenager. And yes, listen to me, all of you guys out there that are in their high school and teens. Those women you don't think are attractive, when you get older, you realize they were attractive and you were just being an ass.
Yes.
yes. And
Because when you get to be old, you don't get attractive women nearly as often as when you're in school.
for sure. And smart, nerdy girls absolutely bang.
They will bang the bejesus out
Bang
of
the
you.
balls right off. So, yes, nerdy
Yeah,
girls.
your balls will just be gone.
Smart girl, nerdy girl, whatever you want to call it, do bang. And bang a lot. And yours was what? Those girls are not ugly?
Yeah,
You thought that were ugly
that
or
you
not?
thought that you didn't find attractive, or you thought you pulled the George Costanza and found something that
Right.
something a little off about him.
Yep.
No, forget about it, dude.
No doubt. That's very wise words. Very sage advice.
Because the one that I didn't think she was, but now looking back, I'm like,
Yep.
she's very attractive.
Yeah, and skinny. Let me throw that in, too.
Yeah.
They're skinny. They're not fat. They're fat when they're old. They're not fat when they're young. How about that?
No, even if they're carrying a couple extra pounds, it's not. Trust
They
me, when you get
should.
older, it's a whole different ballgame, my friend.
2 pounds is different than 20 pounds. Let me tell you that.
Well, there's a huge difference between like a tight 20 and a not tight 22.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've noticed two things about, as I've gotten older, because I'll hit 50 this year.
Cool.
There are people I graduated with that look either way, way old. Like,
Thank you.
I literally saw somebody on Facebook the other day that posted a picture, and I'm like,
Oh my!
who the fuck is this old lady that is
Right.
on my Facebook? And I realized I graduated with her.
Look at those pretzel dicks.
And then there's the ones that look like still look just like they did in high school.
Right.
And those are generally the ones that you looked at where you're like, they're okay, nothing special.
Like that mommy that you missed opportunity on. The blonde. Remember that one? We talked about that. Yeah, boy. Looking back, like, nice.
Yeah.
Nice for 40-something.
Yeah.
No shit.
God damn it.
Damn you. Yeah, when they say take my dress off, they mean they want to take my dress off and bang.
Oakley dokley, I'm an idiot.
Lessons learned.
You take drugs, Danny? Every day. Good.
I cannot believe that. She asked me out to get a drink, took me back to her place and said she needed to change. Can you help me take my dress off? Okay.
You're a super nice, helpful guy.
And then
Here's your
nothing
dress.
else.
I'm going to go
And
now.
then guess what? She didn't call me again.
Ha! Because you didn't fucking bang her.
And she was
What a waste of a perfectly good dress removal.
very attractive, too.
Some more wise words for those young guys.
Do it. Don't miss an opportunity, man.
Those girls that said no the first several times, when they get older, they don't say no
And
on
also,
the 1st
I'll
night. They
offer
don't
you
say
this
no.
advice.
Right?
Never give a shit about what anyone else says. You go bang that chick because you
Yeah.
know what? You're going to get off. They aren't. Those people that are saying shit, they're just haters, so fuck them.
The girl might not get off either, but who gives a fuck?
So here's another point too. If you think they're going to say no and never talk to you again, if you don't do something, they're probably never going to talk to you again. So it doesn't
This is
really matter
100%
either way.
legit.
It doesn't really matter either way. Just take the chance. Take the shot. You
As
dumb
Wayne Gretzky would say,
jackasses.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Thank you. Oops, sorry about that. Didn't mean to bump you.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That is true.
Every one of them. No shit, man.
I am so disappointed in myself for, like I said, that image.
All right.
Trust me.
Too nice of a guy, right?
Yep, you're going to want to bang that chick. Trust me.
Trust me, you are going to.
And it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It really doesn't.
No.
Nope, it doesn't.
I bet you 99% of the time, no dude's ever going to say, boy, I regret banging her.
We did
Good
have
call.
We did well. There are instances because there was one night where
Wow.
we were playing up in Argyle, Dread Trip, and I had to save the other guitar player. Well, me and the bass player and Eddie Fury had to save our other guitar player from making a gigantic mistake, like huge mistake.
Well, when you mean. Okay.
Probably
Go ahead.
penicillin type of mistake.
Oh, like dirty.
Yeah.
I got it. Not just ugly.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fat.
Not just ugly,
Ugly and fat.
but like,
Because it can be ugly and skinny, just not ugly and fat.
well, and that and just
Dirty.
yeah, just scary.
That sucks.
So, I'll divulge because he's coming up just hammered, going, I think this chick really wants to take me home,
She did.
and we had seen his, we all knew his fiance really well, and
His fiance. Yeah, don't forget that part.
yeah, and well, he was a total dog
Oh, that sucks.
back in the day, but she was like a black-haired Barbie doll that was going to law school. And we're like, dude, you definitely don't want to fuck that up for that.
Don't mess that up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Sugar mama.
And then when she finally did catch him screwing around because he was stupid, she sued the shit out of him.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, they were 2 weeks out from their wedding, and she had spent a shit ton of money.
Oh,
on
shit.
it. And so she sued him for all of it.
Damn. Don't date and fuck over a lawyer.
Nope. This is the only industrial electrician I've ever seen that had to live like he worked part-time at McDonald's. Because
Wow.
he had 4 kids with strippers because he worked at a strip bar, and then got sued by a soon-to-be lawyer.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So I mean, there is appropriate times to keep it in your pants too.
Right there.
All right. Counterpoint accepted.
All right, should we get out of this one?
Hell yeah.
We've done enough damage.
Sorry, guys. I fucked this one up, too. I apologize.
We're so used to it, Mikey.
We're ruining bars.
Yeah, I mean, we are in here just
So I'm the guy that ruins the show, that ruins the bars.
yes.
Awesome. Hall of Famer. Ruiner.
Here to wipe down the loads.
Wipe down the loads. Load wiper.
That is true.
Still one of my favorite scenes in It's Always Sunny. I wiped down the loads. You guys done in here? Who are you? I wiped down the loads.
Oh, that's such a good show.
Yes, sir.
Charlie, let's go to a spa. I feel like you're not completing that word. Are you trying to say spaghetti?
Again, Michael Merlin, the fantasy wizard, or just Michael Merlin, the wizard smith. You're welcome,
Yeah.
Emily. Say
Yeah,
thank you,
I'll-
Emily, for correcting me.
I'll change it to a
Thank you,
girl's name,
thank you, Emily, for correcting me. What?
I'll change it to a girl's name, Emily.
That's fine.
But I'm going to start spelling Emily with an I then
Oh.
at the end. I mean, I already know it has one I in it, but
Hell yeah. Thanks, guys, for having me on tonight. Appreciate that. We're getting
thanks for
close to
being here.
500. Just to know, getting close to 500.
I
Wanna
know
throw
it.
that out there.
yeah, we're real close.
Real fucking
Carry the 2. Yeah, we're right on the verge of it.
cusp.
We can carry a 2.
A tune? Oh, yeah.
Were you just doing math in your head?
Yeah.
That's not acceptable.
Oh, a tune, not a tune.
Unacceptable.
Now shut up now.
The only math that's acceptable is a devil's 3-way.
Yeah.
But what about a regular 3-way?
That's a lot of holes to take care of.
That is.
That is. Challenge accepted.
All right.
He's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. You've been listening to the P&A Podcast Express. Go to our socials, like us, subscribe on YouTube. Tell people to follow us. Here's my idea.
Share.
Share. Tell 10 people on your Facebook feed about us. Tell us to follow us. And then that's it. Just 10. 10 people. We need 10 people from all of you. That's it.
Thank you.
We're not asking for much. It doesn't cost anything. The only thing it could hurt is your pride. This episode has been featuring the Hall of Famer, the Glory Hole Cowboy, the Minister of Dicks, Mikey Smith. Thanks for joining us. And thank you all for listening. Make good choices.